Hello and welcome into my channel, Skies and Flora. My name is Shakalish. Thank you for joining and this is a What Do I Need to Know weekly tarot reading. So the title is chosen after the reading and we just pull out the cards. It's just general energies, we see what comes up. And so if there was something in this title that drew you here, then maybe there's a message here for you. As always, if you like what I'm putting down, please do like, share and subscribe, and also let me know if there's any other questions that you'd like me to cover. So I've already shuffled, already tuned in, and we're just going to get some of the wisdom of the Oracle deck, and then we'll pull a spread. So we'll see, let's see what's going on. So this, like I said, this is a general energies weekly message, and we'll just see what comes up. So we've got Between Worlds. Yes. It's interesting because I'm right, not for you. Milk and honey, right? So there's a real theme coming up here. Look, we've got a 6 card, and a 3. Yeah, so this is, we're moving from something into something else. And this really is a theme at the moment. So I was going to do a video, just in the process of doing some like research around a video for, really for Taurus season. So happy birthday to all my Tauruses out there. And I'm going to do a special bonus read for Taurus and for Taurus season. And just generally talking about the planets, the Venus who rules Taurus, and also the Empress card. But really, Aries season is a season of direction and action, change, movement. It's a reawakening. You know, it's obviously the start of the astrological year. But it's also spring, so it's a time for, like, you know, even we've just had Easter as well here in the UK, and you know, this is about resurrection, a reawakening, opening out, and with that's why, you know, we have a spring clean, because after this kind of compressed energy of winter, then we come into spring, things open out again. So this can feel very expansive, but can also feel quite chaotic and unsettling, yeah? And that's what I see here. So you're between two worlds, so you're kind of leaving something behind and coming into something new, and something hasn't quite been established yet. And this Not For You is sort of talking about, you know, just knowing where your energy should be focused and where they shouldn't. And once you know that, success will come. So you've got the land of milk and honey, you know, you've got this rainbow, you know, all the wishes come true, basically. Let's see what the cards say. So we'll just shuffle them, see what comes up. Beautiful. Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords. So, you know, this could be in the area of love, career, or health. So we'll just see what the cards come up, and then, and we'll see what they're saying. So we've got, ooh, well, lovely. So we've got a relationship here, and the Star, healing. Yeah, nice, okay. All right, this feminine isn't so, isn't really focused on this masculine here. Let's see what else comes up. I feel like there's a positivity here with this king, because I feel like something can heal and take you towards the star. So maybe there's something about this relationship that needs to shift or change in order for it to reap the success and rewards, the milk and the honey, yeah, the good stuff. Oh, flew out. Well, there she is, the Empress, card of Taurus, and obviously the Star is a card of Aquarius, and so is the King of Swords, actually. Oh, well, they're all flying out now. Wow, so we've got the King of Pentacles, the Magician, and then the Strength card. All right, this is major. All right, this is major. Lots of major arcanas here. 1, 2, 3, 4, straight out the gate. So we've got a real big major change here. Let's have a look. 2 more, please, Spirit. Judgment. It's funny, I saw Judgment as I was shuffling. So yeah. So that's second chances, new opportunities. So I feel like if there's some confusion here, so if whoever I'm speaking to, whoever's watching this, then I think like there's a bit of confusion about, oh, should I go this way? Should I go that way? Should I say no to that? Should I say yes to this? So let's see if we can get some more clarity here. Wow, we've got the King of Cups as well. I'm not going to take all of those, but I'll have a look. So we've got the 6 of Pentacles as well. I'm going to take this King of Cups here. And then we've got the Knight of Cups, the 4 of Swords, the 4 of Cups, and the 7 of Cups. I leave them here for the side because I think they're talking about this confusion and choice, not knowing what we want. This definitely feels like a romance read. So the subject of love is coming out again. Let's see what's happening here. So sometimes I want to know, there's a lot of people on this board. There's a lot of people. The King of Cups here. So I feel like this King of Cups here is a significator, right? So you've got the King of Cups who is ultimately the King of Hearts, yeah? This is the king that we want. So this is the someone who really we can love deeply and be loved deeply by, yeah? He came out, it's funny because in the last read, we came out in the last week's weekly tarot reading around talking about mature love. Here I'm getting this sense this king is waiting. So there's a king here who's waiting. He's waiting for you. Now, why might that be? Well, I see here the Queen of Pentacles here. So if I'm talking to my queens out there, like I said, always, you know, you can swap over the stories, swap over the, you know, I might be talking to cross watchers. Obviously, kings and queens don't necessarily mean men and women. It's the masculine energy and the feminine energy. But we've got the Queen of Pentacles here, King of Swords. So I feel like what's happened here, I don't know what the King of Swords has done, but I feel like the Queen has definitely turned her back on him. Yeah, not looking at him, not really interested. Yeah, not really feeling it. I feel like the Queen here is, you know, this feminine energy. This really is about, you know, what can I do to make my life more like abundant, more joyful, more happy. You see, you know, the Queen here is just surrounded by colours, yeah? Like colours, rabbits obviously symbolise fertility. And I always say the Queen of Pentacles is like minor arcana of the Empress. I mean, the Empress is like all the queens, but particularly the Queen of Pentacles for me, because she's always surrounded, you know, in this garden by this abundance. And here, you know, you see her, she's focused on her pentacles. She's looking at her coin. She's looking at her money, her abundance. Right, sorry, more technical hiccup. Sorry, this is me. Didn't clear my hard drive. Anyway, let's get back into it. So, back to this Queen and this King. So this Queen is got her back turned to this King, yeah? Focused on her pentacle. The King of Swords here, like I said, I feel like, let's see. So, is this the same king? I feel like, so this is how, what I'm seeing here, this is how the Queen is receiving this King of Swords, yeah? In comparison to this warmth and this abundance and like comfortableness and sort of juicy, licious yumminess that this Queen is creating, the King of Swords here feels a little bit like, I want to say a bit dry. King of Swords, yeah? You know, it's all very mental, yeah? It's all very mind-based. It's all very, you know, which is fine. You know, we know the King of Swords is usually, you know, someone with a great intellect, a great mind, you know, like great strategist. You know, even also like quite just person, like also very, you know, thinks about what's right and what's wrong, thinks about, you know, his actions, thinks about what he should and shouldn't do. And so it's not that the King of Swords doesn't care. It's just that all of this comes from the mind, and this just feels very like this feels very much like I just don't see how these two make it work. Really what I'm wanting here is for the King of Swords to come more into his heart space, yeah? Because I feel like if he comes into his heart, I feel like he can meet this queen. And I think he's looking at this queen, the king here is looking at the queen and thinking, like, basically, why is she ignoring me, yeah? Why is she not sort of, you know, letting everything go for me? And just like, I just feel like there's quite an irritation actually from this queen. And then you've got the star, which obviously talks about healing, yeah? This feels very much connected to this milk and honey, yeah? So this feels very much like this, this pot of abundance, this rainbow at the end, is connected to this star. And the king does feel like he, you know, they're connected, you know, especially because this is Aquarius and this is the King of Swords is Aquarius. So I feel like if this queen, maybe you're dealing with a masculine here, and, you know, he's annoyed you, and, you know, you'd rather focus on things that feel like they bring you more joy, and like you feel like you reap the rewards more, yeah? Or focusing on your pentacle, focusing on, you know, what things bring you joy. And this feels just very like, oh, like dealing with this kind of stuck mentality. It's like you're done with that. And this star feels like, okay, I feel like there's some response happening here, because we come down to the King of Pentacles, and that's more like it, you know, King and Queen of Pentacles, you know, this is divine union, yeah, that's what we want here. And the Empress. So what, it's interesting, so what I see here is interesting, whoever this queen is, you know, very much leading, yeah, you know, that's what I'm seeing here. This feminine is leading the course, because, you know, King of Swords shifting, healing, shifting into the King of Pentacles, you know, meeting the Queen a bit more, like feeling like, okay, all right, I can meet you a bit more, yeah, and then suddenly the Queen becomes the Empress, yeah. This is like suddenly, yeah, this is like, all right, so now we can blossom, now we can actually get stuff done, now we can come into magician energy, now we can start to manifest, now we can start to bring abundance, and now we've got like a union happening. So and then we've got this strength, judgment, and Six of Pentacles. So again, this just feels like whoever this is, like this feels like somebody that you will already know, or someone already around you, or someone that you're already either dating or in a relationship with. Maybe it's not quite established yet, or maybe it's becoming more established, or maybe there's a shift happening with this masculine if you're in a relationship with masculine, or vice versa, swap over the roles. But if you're in a relationship with someone and you know, they're just, it's just feeling like, oh, I just, you know, actually it's just annoying actually dealing with this person, and I'd rather focus on what brings me joy. I feel like this is incredibly positive, because that is what's shifting this king to think about his healing, to think about maybe softening a little bit, you know what I mean, coming a little bit more into the heart space, finding a little bit more balance, yeah, not just being so up in his head. This is, and then suddenly we've got like the Empress, the King of Pentacles. This is incredible. So whoever this is, like, you've actually got the capacity to be very, very abundant. It definitely feels like this union, yeah, this union is what brings the abundance, is what brings, you know, even I would like want to say like riches and wealth, but really like a real like more than anything, comfortable. So whatever comfortable means to you, and you know, success means different things to different people, right? And so this is kind of this, but this feels very like comfortable. And incredibly powerful with the Magician here, yeah? So this is suddenly now we've got a little bit of dynamism. I want to say. So we're not just one thing, we're able to move as is needed. And both of you helping each other with this, yeah? This feels like teamwork here, particularly with this Six of Pentacles, you know, it talks about teamwork. Strength and Judgment here says, you know, there may be a little bit of, you know, we have to work for this a little bit, yeah? There's a little bit of patience involved. There's a little bit of, you know, giving chances, particularly if this kid, you know, especially if you're dealing with, you know, a man who's like really, really up in his head. You know, that's like really, like, you know, it's kind of, you know, there's this kind of balance between, like I said, turning your back on that, saying no. I'm afraid that can't work for me because this is what I'm trying to build, yeah? If you want to help me build this and come along for the journey, then wonderful, please do. But, you know, this isn't a joyful energy. You know, you can't share the joy and share the riches with someone who's so, you know, stuck in their head, and it's also rigid. And so I just feel like with the stars sort of learning, the king is learning to soften. He's learning. And so this Judgment is just saying, look, you know, it might just be give him a few chances, give him opportunities, yeah? Give him an opportunity to grow, yeah? And that Strength card is also, you know, again, this is leading. The feminine here is leading, yeah? But it's not, how do I say? I don't want to say like a passive leading, but I want to say like leading by example, but also leading with a kind of, with a gentleness, I guess, yeah? It's an ironic, because you've got this Strength card, she's taming the lion through being gentle, yeah? But it's no nonsense, all right? So that lion is there to protect her, right? It's not there, you know, the lion is softening for her, but it will protect her. So it's saying you can afford to be soft, but you can also afford to be boundaried, yeah? Your lion and tiger needs to come out, it needs to come out. But also, we're working with these two energies, right? It sounds, you know, it's terrible. It's almost like, you know, training, you know, not teaching like dogs tricks and things like that. It's not training like that. But there's something about this that's sort of modeling something that's feminine and modeling what you want, which is, you know, this comfortableness, happiness, joy, like, you know, being in my garden, enjoying the fruits of my labour, like really, and sharing that. You know, both the Queen of Pentacles and Emperor are incredibly generous. There's enough to go around for everybody. So it's not this you know, it's not being closed, it's a really open energy. It's sort of kind of maybe getting this King of Swords on board here. But I see that he has the capacity to, yeah? Because the King of Pentacles coming slap bang in the middle. King of Cups is the significator here. It's telling this is the King of Hearts. This is the one we want. This is the man we love. And it just feels like that Strength card is just be patient. So you can afford to be in that feminine essence, that feminine energy, but also it might be a bit, you know, being a bit boundaried, offering a few chances. But I think there should be an expectation of equality here. Yeah? Equal give and take. I think there is a sense of like, this is what I want. And can you meet me in the garden? Yeah. And the Empress is more, you know, they're looking more the same way. Like this now feels like a power couple. Yeah. So I don't know if this is what you envision for your relationship. This feels like, you know, two people on the same page, two people working together, two people feeding each other and giving each other elevation in order to, you know, in order to show up in the world as better people. This feels beautiful. And then especially with the Magician here, you know, the world is your oyster. You know, the world is your oyster. Go get it. But I feel like this is definitely being led by the feminine. You see all these yellows here. Yeah, this yellows of the Queen, the Empress, the Strength card, the Magician, and the King of Pentacles. So that's just balancing out this cool, you know, this cool thinking energy of these blues and this kind of like real, you know, thinking and strategy. And it's a bit, I don't want to say cold, but it's just very cool. Yeah. There isn't much space for like passion and, you know, frisson and like, you know, and the unknown, yeah, that the feminine essence of of the unknown, the mystery, yeah, the flow. But I think we can get this masculine on board. So you've got the Knight of Cups here, and again, Four of Swords talks about healing. Four of Cups, you know, it says there's been disappointment. There is confusion here. Maybe it's, you know, we've had a break. We've had to, you know, maybe give this a bit of space because, you know, it has been causing a lot of, you know, confusion, or, you know, just not what we want here. But I feel like I said, the Queen or the feminine energy here needs to lead. Yeah, I know it's a sort of irony. And I don't want to say like a passive leading with this strength. It's a kind of leading by example. And this Between Worlds just sort of says, look, I don't wait. Yeah, so if you're kind of waiting for this king to become what you want, don't wait. Yeah, get on with what you're doing. You know, focus on your pentacle, focus on your garden, focus on, you know, planting your seeds and doing what's right for you. You know, King of Swords is here going, oh, what can I do? What do I need to do? I'm so rigid. But you just need to be like, not for me, sorry. I can't deal with rigidity. You know, rigidity. You know, if this is you, Queen of Pentacles, you're just sort of really luscious and, you know, like really juicy energy. Just doesn't want to deal with like rigid, you know, sort of masculine, you know, rigid energy that's sort of like, you know, not, you know, it's not going with the flow, you're not in a heart space. You know, I just feel like this Queen just said, no, that's not for me. And that's right, yeah? Not for you. That's not for you. Not for our Empress and Queen of Pentacles. Absolutely not. And eventually this healing, like but give space, give room, give space for this king to heal, to maybe come more in his heart space, yeah? And then milk and honey, yeah? Rewards, the reward, yeah? Because I do feel like you do love him. There is love here, yeah? And it's not about potential, you know, I don't want to say like, potential. It's not that. It's just an expectation, right? This is what the Queen needs. Can this masculine meet her? Yeah? And I believe he does have the capacity to. And I actually believe this is the key to both of you, both of your success. Yeah? But in the meantime, focus on the pentacle, focus on your garden, focus on building your, you know, what's right for you. And then just lead with the example, have the boundaries, you know, the expectation of equality. And then you've got milk and honey. And again, you've got the 666. So, you know, that's, again, equality. We're in the year of the 6, the year of the lovers as well, yeah? So this is the year for love. This is the year for partnership, yeah? Meeting each other. And then, you know, give space, give room for this Knight of Cups, yeah? For the romance to come back in. Anything else? I think that's it. I think that's pretty comprehensive. So I'm going to leave it there. Like I said, do let me know if it resonates. And again, please do like, share and subscribe. And I will see you next week with another collective weekly update. And thanks again for watching. See you soon.